into these developments. On that note, viewers, we're shifting focus to more news coming in, this time from Lebanon. We're now learning that Pope Leo XIV greeted cheering crowds in Lebanon while on his way to visit the tomb of Saint Charbel at the monastery of Saint Maroon. Pope Leo XIV is the first U.S. origin pope. He arrived in Beirut on Sunday from a 4-day visit to Turkey, where he warned that humanity's future was at risk because of the world's unusual number of deadly conflicts. He's meanwhile condemned violence in the name of religion. Speaking in Lebanon, he has acknowledged the country's deep wounds shaped by years of conflict and political turmoil. He's urged young people not to lose hope, telling them that they have time and that enthusiasm to change the course of history is important. Lebanon, which has the largest share of Christians in the Middle East, has been rocked by the spillover of the conflict between Israel and Hamas. There have also been skirmishes between Israel and the terrorist group Hezbollah that has set up its base in Lebanon, that is trying to regroup after its leadership was practically wiped out last year. This has in fact culminated in strikes that are still taking place up until today. Take a look at what the Pope had to say.
Dear young people of Lebanon, peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Lebanon's history is interwoven with glorious moments, but it is also marked by deep wounds that are slow to heal. These wounds have causes that transcend national borders and are intertwined with very complex social and political dynamics. Perhaps you regret inheriting a world torn apart by wars and disfigured by social injustice. Yet there is hope, and there is hope within you. You have a gift that many times we adults seem to have lost. You have hope, you have time, you have more time to dream, to plan, and to do good.
With us on the broadcast is Haron Levarko, Israeli journalist, joining us from Netanya. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX World as we track these very critical developments. Of course, the Pope earlier wrapped up a visit in Turkey, and he's now nearing the end of his tour in Lebanon as well. His messaging at large has been that of peace in the Middle East. It's notably his first foreign tour as well. In your assessment, what is the larger signaling that the Pope is, attempting at the moment?
Well, yes, obviously it's a mission of peace. Even the previous Pope Francis, it was his lifelong goal to actually visit Lebanon, because of its great historical history with Christianity, the spreading of the message of Jesus and Christianity into that region, the Levant. Some people call that area ancient Phoenicia, Tyre and Sidon, and these places are mentioned frequently in the Bible, both the Old and the New Testaments. So it's a very historical, important visit, and the people there, especially the Christians, which are approximately 30% of the population in Lebanon, this would absolutely raise their spirits. It's an act of solidarity, showing the Christians there, all the different Christian denominations, whether it be Catholic, Maronite, Orthodox, and even Protestant, that they are not forgotten, that they are being thought of. And it's a big step for the Pope to go there, especially because it's war-torn. There are risks involved. The question, one of the questions is it trying to extend a message to Hezbollah? Now, let's not forget that the visit of the Pope was on the initiative of the president of Lebanon, President Joseph Aoub, and he initiated it. And he is under a lot of pressure because, as you mentioned, even though the majority of the leaders of Hezbollah were wiped out about a year ago, they have rearmed, they have recovered, and they are causing a lot of problems, not only to Israel, but to the Christians and to the ethnic minority groups that live in Lebanon, the Alawites, the Druze, and other Christian denominations. So the fact that the president invited him, there's probably a political move, maybe even a military strategy to put pressure. The fact that the Pope is American and that Donald Trump has Catholic background, there could be a strategy to somehow get the President of the United States more involved in the dismantling and breaking up of Hezbollah, who are really, they are not the government of Lebanon, but they really rule the streets and put a lot of fear into the people. So it'll be interesting to see the outcome of what happens when the Pope leaves. Word on the streets here in Israel is that the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, are ready to strike at Hezbollah, who are causing major problems.
Indeed, we have seen such strikes take place recently as well. It's not gone down quite well with the president down, as you've pointed out. There's not much headway, happening as far as the peace process is concerned. We'd earlier even seen statements by Tom Barak, who is US's special envoy to Syria with Lebanese origins himself. He branded Lebanon as a failed state. Do you concur with his assessment?
Well, I don't know exactly what he meant by that. There's a few different interpretations to what he means. However, it's very clear, very obvious that Hezbollah are breaking every single part of the ceasefire. They are not holding a truce at all. And because of that, that in a way is a mockery of Donald Trump and his peace plan, and it's a threat to the peace plan. And so Donald Trump is giving Israel the green light to act. But yes, the president of Lebanon is in a very tight, difficult situation because he doesn't want to come across as a supporter of Israel, but on the other hand, he certainly doesn't want Hezbollah to threaten his government and stability and the people of Lebanon. So he's in a very tough place. So by bringing the Pope, perhaps that is his main goal here, to try and politicize it and maybe reach the ears of Donald Trump. And that's why I say it'll be interesting to see the outcome of this visit.
Absolutely, sir. Requesting you to stay on with us as we're tracking some other very crucial developments. We're now learning that Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called the recent attacks on